Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beamer barn. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of my 535 Xi restoration, and by popular request we're going to be trying to fix the DME without spending any money at all. Now if you watched our previous episode, I picked up this wagon for an amazing deal, and unfortunately it doesn't start because some water got into the e-box and it looks like it may have shorted out the DME. So although I took apart the DME and it doesn't appear to have any like water or big corrosion inside, there is definitely some corrosion on the pins and contacts, and today we're just going to try to clean those using some contact cleaner, something that's like $5 at the local store, and then cleaning the plug on the car as well, and seeing if we can get the DME to communicate and maybe get the car to start. So this is just a quick video to give you guys an update on the wagon, but we're also going to be doing the 335i wagon's rod bearings and turbo rebuild, wastegate repair, all that sort of stuff in a coming up video. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that stuff, but today's video is going to be a little bit short because we're just going to see if we can kind of fix this thing up on a budget. If we can't though, I'm going to send the DME out to my coder who's going to try to read the programming off of it, and then we can determine if we need to buy just a DME to replace it and clone it, or if we can't read the programming off of my DME, then I'm gonna have to get a new key, CAS, and DME, and then we're gonna have to do a completely different version of programming for that. So it could get a little bit expensive after this video, guys. So I'll let you guys know and we'll keep you updated along the way. But for now, let's go ahead and try to clean this DME. So I've got the DME back together here, and I just kind of use some pliers to put the clamps around the side back together, but you can see there's still plenty of corrosion on the pins here. So it's possible that it just got into this connector board, which I believe is waterproof. It shouldn't let anything get through this connector, and it may have pulled up in here and caused that corrosion. The corrosion causes a bad contact with the connector on the car, and then you get a DME that doesn't communicate. So let me go ahead and grab some contact cleaner and we'll try to clean this thing up. Like I said, a few of you mentioned in the comments in the last video that I should try cleaning the pins on the DME and on the harness before proceeding, and I really do agree with you. You know, it's easier to take things step by step and determine what the problem is before spending a lot of money, and that's why we're doing this first. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the harness on the car as well to make sure that there's no corrosion that's keeping a successful connection between the DME and the car, and this way we can determine if the DME really is bad or maybe it's just the connection. Now while I was cleaning the harness, I noticed that there was a lot more corrosion on this side than on the DME, so I went and disassembled the connector to get a better idea, and although there was a good amount of blue and kind of rusty corrosion on top of the connector, there really wasn't anything inside of the pins, which I was able to confirm. So we're going to go ahead and reassemble everything and test out our DME now. So now our battery is connected and it's on a charger as well. And we're gonna go ahead and scan it now with ISTA. And you know what? I don't even need to finish the rest of the scan. You can see ISTA already identified that this module right here, the DME, is not responding or communicating. So we could even try to start the car again right now, but it's not going to have any different results as last time. But I am curious because there's one more thing that we can do to get a little more information out of this situation right now. I do have a spare DME that we can test and see if this is a harness issue or if this is just simply a DME issue like I thought. All right, now we can go ahead and give it a new scan. And remember, we're not gonna be able to start the car because the DME has not been mated or programmed to this car yet. So the programming is gonna be very different for this. But at least if it communicates, we know that this car has a good chassis and that the communication system is reading correctly. Well, look at that. We do have communication to the DME
with our test DME in there from my old 335i build. That one's got bad MOSFETs, so we can't use it for this build unless we get it fixed somehow, but I think it'd be worth it to do an MSD81 upgrade. We'll wait for this thing to finish out, make sure that we can read the DME successfully, like clear the codes, whatever, see what's in there. It's not gonna be able to do much because the coding and the programming is different for this car, but as long as we make sure this is okay, I think we know for a fact that our DME is bad and we need to send it out to go get tested to see if we can successfully clone it or not.
So that's going to conclude our video for today, and I hope it wasn't too short for you guys. Next up, I have to package up this DME and send it to my tuner, Junior, over at Remote Bimmer. He's here in Central Florida, and he's going to be able to determine if he can remove the programming from this DME or not, so that we can clone it to a new one. And if he can't pull the programming off, we're going to have to start over with a new DME cast and key like I already mentioned. So please wish me luck, and hopefully we don't have to spend a ton of money on getting this DME fixed, because I know it's just one issue in a line of things that this car needs to be serviced for. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like or a comment down below, subscribe if you're new and you haven't yet, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.